Ladies and gentlemen, Penn State football is officially back. In recent years, Penn State has been on the cusp of making the college football playoff and the college football national championship game, as in recent years they've had seasons ending in about 10, 11 wins. However, this season is much different for the Penn State Nittany Lions, and it all stems from their star quarterback, Drew Allar, and their amazing defense led by their defensive coordinator, Manny Diaz. The Penn State Nittany Lions are off to a ferocious 5-0 start and are currently ranked number 6 in the AP poll. This season, Penn State had a huge Week 1 matchup as they faced off against the West Virginia Mountaineers, and they would absolutely destroy them as they would end up winning this game 38-15. And this was their 5-star quarterback, Drew Allar's very first game as a starting quarterback for the Penn State Nittany Lions, and he balled out as he had 21 of 29 for 325 yards and 3 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. And Penn State's star receiver, Keandre Lambert-Smith, would have 4 catches for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Penn State's defense also looked amazing, as in this game they would have 3 sacks and have 6 tackles for loss. And this game really put Penn State on the map. However, people were still doubting them heading into their Week 2 matchup. And in week number 2, they had their easiest game of their entire college football season as they faced off against the Delaware Blue Hens. And they would absolutely throttle them in a score of 63-7, and they would cover the spread. And in this game, Drew Allar would only play limited time due to them being up by so much. However, he would still complete 22 of 26 for 204 yards and a touchdown, while KayTron Allen would lead the rushing attack with 19 carries for 106 yards and a touchdown. And honestly, Penn State just looked amazing again, on defense especially, as they would have 4 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, and their walk-on, Dominic DeLuca, would have a pick-6 in this game. And after their very good first 2-week performances, Penn State was starting to create some buzz heading into their Week 3 matchup. And in week number 3, Penn State had a huge Big Ten matchup as they took on the Illinois Fighting Illini in Champaign, Illinois. And this game was honestly very close at halftime as Penn State was only up 13-7. However, their star offense would pull away in the second half, and they would win this game 30-13. And in this game, Drew Allar would actually struggle as this would be his very first road start as Penn State's starting quarterback. However, he would still complete 16 of 33 for 208 yards, no touchdowns, but remember, 0 interceptions. And honestly, it was the defense that carried in this game, as they caused Illinois' quarterback Luke Altmaier to throw 4 interceptions, and Penn State would have 5 turnovers in this game. In this game, Penn State's defense really cemented themselves as one of the best in college football, as they would have 3 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, while also having 4 interceptions, one from Johnny Dixon, Abdul Carter, Daquan Hardy, and Cam Miller. And honestly, Penn State was really starting to look legit heading into their huge whiteout matchup against the Iowa Hawkeyes. And I was actually at this game, and it was not close at all, and it was all due to the amazing performance by the defense. And Drew Allar did have a pretty good game, as Penn State would end up defeating Iowa 31-0. In this game, Drew Allar would complete 25 of 37 for 166 yards and 4 touchdowns, and the running attack looked alright, as KayTron Allen led the way with 21 carries for 72 yards. However, the defense was really the difference maker in this game, as they would have 3 sacks and 5 tackles for loss and over 15 quarterback pressures in this game. Penn State would also cause Iowa to have 6 fumbles and would recover 4 of them. And Penn State's defense held Cade McNamara to 42 yards passing and held their rushing attack to only 20 yards, as Penn State would hold Iowa to a total of 76 yards in this game. And Penn State's offense ran 99 plays, so that means that Iowa had less yards than Penn State ran plays. And honestly, this made Penn State look really legit, and this boosted them up to number 6 in the AP poll. And honestly, Penn State is finally starting to get the hype they deserve after destroying Iowa. And then heading into week number 4, Penn State took on Northwestern, and this was a huge Big Ten matchup as Penn State had to travel to take on the Wildcats. And this game started out extremely close in the first half as both teams were tied 10-10 heading into halftime. However, Penn State would score 21 unanswered points as they would end up defeating the Wildcats 41-13. And in this game, Drew Allar would again look shaky on the road as he would only complete 18 of 33 for 189 yards, 1 touchdown, and again at 0 interceptions, as Drew Allar has not thrown an interception in his entire college football career. And Nick Singleton led the Penn State Nittany Lions rushing attack as he had 21 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown. And KayTron Allen actually looked like he got hurt in this game, so let's hope that that is not a huge injury. And in this game, Penn State's defense again absolutely balled out as they had over 20 quarterback pressures, 7 sacks, and 12 tackles for loss, and they also had an interception as Daquan Hardy would pick off Ben Bryant in this game. And the Penn State Nittany Lions held Northwestern to under 175 yards in this game. And honestly, Penn State could have the best defense in college football as they've been absolutely balling out all season long. And Penn State is now 5-0 and ranked number 6 in the college football AP poll. And here are some crazy stats. Penn State is currently 13-0 against the spread in their last 13 games and is currently on a 12-game streak of scoring at least 30-plus points. So honestly, it's time we officially say it. Penn State football is officially back. Penn State football is back, and it is all due to their star quarterback play and their amazing defense from top to bottom.